What's up? It's 5-star. These are my Week 6 picks. In the Sunday games, Pittsburgh over Cleveland. And this should be an easy win for the Steelers. And they need to pick up some momentum going into next week's game against the Vikings. Kansas City over Washington. Now the Chiefs held their own last week against the Cowboys. And if they can do the same thing this week, the Redskins should be no problem for them. Cincinnati over Houston. Now Andre Johnson is looking really good, but I think the Bengals have shown a lot of determination this past couple weeks, and I think they'll fight and claw their way to another win this week. Carolina over Tampa Bay. Now the Bucs have been letting up way too many rushing yards, so look for D'Angelo Williams to have a big game, and look for the Panthers defense to have one of their best games of the season. My upset of the week is Detroit over Green Bay. Now for some reason, I got a gut feeling that the Lions can take this game, and I had the same feeling a couple weeks back when they played the Redskins, and I didn't listen to it, and I picked the Redskins anyway, and they lost. So I think this week I'll listen to my gut, and hopefully the Lions don't let me down. Minnesota over Baltimore. Now even if the Ravens defense can stop Adrian Peterson, I don't think they'll be able to stop Brett Favre's 40-year-old arm, and the Vikings will pick up the win through the air. New Orleans over the New York Giants. Now this is a tough call, and it's probably the game of the year so far. But I think the Superdome will be super loud, and that'll get the Saints fired up just enough to pull off a close win against the Giants. Jacksonville over St. Louis. Now my hex continued last week when the Jags were the only team not to score any points. But I just can't help myself this week, and if the Jags lose to the Rams, I'll buy you a 30-pack, Jordan. Philadelphia over Oakland. Now I just want to know why the hell Russell's still in there. He seems to be getting worse and worse every week. Give the fucking backup quarterback a chance. But I think this week, as long as Russell's taking snaps, the Raiders will not score an offensive touchdown. Arizona over Seattle. Now the Seahawks were on the ball last week when they shut out the Jags. But Warner and Fitzgerald found their connection once again, and I think that'll keep continuing into this week's game, and that'll be too much for the Seahawks to handle. New England over Tennessee. Now the Titans need to win badly, but I know the Patriots love beating the shit out of their AFC rival, so I think Brady and his crew will not let that upset happen, and they'll get the win. New York Jets over Buffalo. And the Bills need to win just as bad as the Titans. But the Jets have lost 2 straight, and I think that's going to fire them up, and they're going to get this win against the Bills. Atlanta over Chicago. This is another tough one to choose, but I don't think the Bears' defense is what it was, and I think the Falcons just keep getting better and better every week. So look for the Falcons' running game to blow up the Bears' D. And in the Monday game, I'm going to go with Denver over San Diego. Now this is another great division rivalry for this week. And I don't know why I've underestimated the Broncos every week, but they finally opened my eyes, and I think they'll shut down Phillip Rivers and the Chargers. Well, that's my Week 6 picks. Tell me what you thought. And try to tell me before the games are actually played. Feel free to send me your picks. And I'll see you next week.